Kabbalah, from Hebrew Kabbalah, reception, acceptance, is an esoteric and mystical tradition in Judaism that seeks to explain the relationship between the unchanging, eternal God and his created universe. The origins of Kabbalah are dated to different periods depending on the approach to definition. According to traditional Kabbalists, this knowledge was transmitted to Moses on Mount Sinai at the same time as the Torah and was passed down orally from generation to generation. Historically, the first mystical movements in Judaism appeared during the Second Temple period, 516 BC to 70 AD, when apocalyptic and mystical texts arose. The first significant Kabbalistic text is considered the Sefer Yetzirah, Book of Creation, which presumably appeared between the 3rd and 6th centuries AD. This short but extremely complex work describes the creation of the world through 32 paths of wisdom, consisting of 10 Sefirot and 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet. Kabbalah flourished in the Middle Ages, especially in the 12th and 13th centuries in Provence and Spain. The culmination was the appearance in the late 19th century of the Zohar, Book of Radiance, attributed to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, 2nd century CE, but probably written by Moshe de Leon. The Zohar became the central text of the Kabbalistic tradition. After the expulsion of the Jews from Spain in 1492, the center of Kabbalistic studies moved to Safed in Galilee, where the great Kabbalists Moshe Cordovero and Isaac Luria Arizal worked in the 16th century. Lurianic Kabbalah revolutionized the understanding of cosmogony and the role of man in correcting the world. Kabbalah seeks to answer fundamental questions: how the infinite God, Ein Sof, created the finite universe, what is the nature of evil, what is the meaning of human existence, and how to achieve closeness to the Creator. The central concept of Kabbalah is Ein Sof, the infinite, the transcendental aspect of God, beyond all knowledge and description. The process of creation begins with Tzimtzum, a concept especially developed by Luria, according to which God shrunk himself, creating empty space in which the universe could arise. This solves the paradox: if God is infinite and everywhere, how can anything separate from him exist? The fundamental structure of Kabbalistic cosmology is the system of 10 Sefirot, emanations or attributes of the divine, through which the Ein Sof manifests and interacts with creation. The Sefirot are arranged in a certain order, forming the tree of life. 1. Keter, crown, highest will. 2. Chachma, wisdom, divine intellect. 3. Binah, understanding, divine comprehension. 4. Chesed, mercy, boundless love. 5. Gavurah, severity, divine power and judgment. 6. Tifareth, beauty, harmony and compassion. 7. Netzach, eternity, endurance. 8. Hod, magnificence, humility. 9. Yesod, foundation, connection with the material world. 10. Malchut, divine presence in the material world. These Sefirot are connected by 22 paths corresponding to the letters of the Hebrew alphabet. They are not separate entities, but different aspects of the one God, manifesting at different levels of reality. Kabbalah describes 4 levels or worlds of reality: Atzilut, emanation, the world of divinity; Briah, creation, the world of intellect; Yetzirah, formation, the world of emotions; and Asiyah, action, physical world. Each world contains the complete structure of the Sefirot, but at different levels of concentration of divine light. The human soul, according to Kabbalah, consists of several levels: nefesh, animal soul; ruach, spirit; neshama, higher soul; haya, and yechidah, higher levels. The soul descends from the divine source into the material world to fulfill the mission of correction, tikkun. Lurianic Kabbalah explains the origin of evil through the concept of Shvirat HaKelim, breaking of vessels. When the divine light was poured into the Sefirot, some vessels could not withstand its intensity and broke, creating klipot, shells, husks, a source of evil and impurity. Sparks of holiness were captured in these shells. Kabbalistic practices are aimed at spiritual uplifting, correction of the world, Tikkun Olam, and the release of holy sparks. The main practice is in-depth study of the Torah, Talmud, and Kabbalistic texts. Kabbalists use 4 levels of interpretation, known as pardes: pshat, simple meaning; remez, hint; drash, interpretation; and sod, mystery, esoteric meaning. Meditation and contemplation. Kabbalistic meditation, hitbonenut, includes visualization of the letters of the Hebrew alphabet, Sefirot, and divine names. Practitioners meditate on various combinations of letters and names of God to achieve altered states of consciousness and spiritual uplifting. Prayer with kavana. Kavana, deep intention and concentration during prayer. Kabbalists developed complex systems of meditation on the words of prayers, understanding each word as a channel to a specific Sephirah, or divine attribute. Working with letters and numbers. Gematria, a method of finding hidden connections through the numerical value of letters. Notarikon, creating words from the initial or ending letters of phrases. Temura, rearranging letters according to certain rules. These techniques are used to reveal hidden meanings in the Torah. Keeping the commandments with mystical intention. Each of the 613 commandments of the Torah is understood as a means of correcting a certain aspect of the spiritual worlds. Lurianic Kabbalah teaches that correct fulfillment of the commandments releases holy sparks and helps to mend broken vessels. Tikkun Hatzot, midnight vigil, the practice of waking up at midnight to mourn the destruction of the temple and the expulsion of the Shekinah, divine presence. This time is considered especially favorable for spiritual work. Keeping the Sabbath. Shabbat has a special Kabbalistic meaning as a time of the unification of the extra soul, neshama yeterah, that each Jew receives on the Sabbath. The Kabbalists of Safed established the tradition of Kabbalat Shabbat, the ritual of welcoming the Sabbath. Modern Kabbalah continues to evolve, including academic study and popular adaptations, although traditional Kabbalists emphasize the need for a thorough knowledge of the Torah and a certain spiritual maturity to seriously study these secret teachings.